Then we also fear about what God is going to do. Have I wasted the blood of Jesus, or have I squandered away my salvation? Brothers and sisters, these words that I've labeled only sum up the strategies of the devil. And the one strategy of the devil is deception. He will deceive you with worry, doubt, fear, shame, and guilt. So when you've backslidden and you know you've been born again, when you feel shame, this is why it's important to become aware of yourself and your being. When you feel shame, you have to understand that that's not something that God is giving you. You have to understand that the object of the devil is to deceive us to think that we were not born again. The object of the devil is to deceive us to think that we are not saved, that we are not saints, that we are not reformed. We know that on this earth that we stay in a fallen state of man. Once we are saved, that does not mean we are without sin. Once we are saved, that means that Jesus' blood has redeemed us. And he has redeemed all people. All people. Allow me to instruct you this. This is why it is very important for at some point in your life you become familiar with the stories of the Bible. Understand that in these, you may not remember verses, you may not remember chapters, but read it to become familiar with the text, and the uniqueness of the brain that God gives us allows us to relate and remember verses in a very special way. There's stories like Job, where he was going through what he did, and God allowed the devil to do certain things in his life and then redeemed him. These stories are warnings or outlines to God's character and his power, and also the character of the devil and his tactics, which we call the wiles of the devil. So I'm going to end with these 2 or 3 verses. Like I said, we're crunched for time with these shorts. Isaiah 57:10. You grew weary in your search, but you never gave up. Desire gave you a renewed strength, and you didn't grow weary. Isaiah 40:31. But those who trust in the Lord will find new strength, and they will soar high on wings like eagles, and they will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. Galatians 6:9. So let us not get tired of doing what is good, and at just the right time, God's timing, divine timing, we will reap a harvest of blessing if we do not give up. Understand, that we are required, and Jesus' faith will only go down to the size of a mustard seed. They worried about being in the boat when the boat was going to sink, but they called out to Jesus. They had a mustard seed of faith. To understand that keeping that little bit of faith is really what gets us through, that God understands that we are stuck on this earth and he saves us because